Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Star Flames. If you're new here, be sure to go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and join the family. In this video, I'm going to talk about EA, and I need your help because every day I want to move on, but each time I want to move on, I'm feeling, driven to fight for this man and fight like I've never fought before, not even for myself. And that is because when I look up at this man and everything that has been happening to him, around him, the injustice that he experiences, that I observe that this man is experiencing, it is haunting, it is traumatizing, it is painful, and it breaks my heart to see him going through something like this on a daily basis. I don't know where the heck he gets his strength from. I don't know where the heck he gets his determination from. But when I tell you that this man is like none other, he's like none other. Now, I know that a lot of people may say, there was this time that he said that he had to take 30 showers because, after leaving Amber Rose, and this is what he gets for his karma. Honey, that's not karma. That's not karma. What's happening to this man is not karma. And that is how people brainwash us to believe that this is how something works that doesn't work. And if you're going to say he deserves it because he loves white women, listen, you are nothing but a mother hypocrite. Because after a black woman has been burnt on numerous occasions by a black man, it is okay for her to start dating white men and say they're leveling up and getting princess treatment, but it's not okay for a black man to do those things. So if you're one of those people, I have to call you a effing hypocrite, and I don't want to hear anything from you. I want to hear from the people who are actually thinking, who are awakened. And I'm not talking about the fake awake or woke phrase that you're using. I'm talking about people who can see both sides of a story and be justified without any prejudice. Yes, Ye has been far from perfect, but I want you to show me a single man on this planet that has been perfect. We all have messed up at some point in time. We all have effed up at some point in time. We all have done someone wrong at some point in time. And we're not talking about the mistakes, the imperfections, the hurt that he has caused to other people, because we all have done that to each other at some point in time or another, intentionally and unintentionally. What I want you to look at is how this man is being trampled and treated less than a human being by a group of people. And as such, I want you to lend me your ear, share this video, like this video, comment, because I want more people to hear his story, keep telling his story, keep saying it until change comes. Because if we do not fight for this change, it's going to keep happening to black billionaires in America. And it's not because I'm not an American citizen. It doesn't mean that I should not be fighting for him. Oftentimes, my fellow colleague Jamaicans will be like, he's not American. Why are you fighting for him? It is because I know what it is like to be, somewhat, like him, because my own people in my own country, they've done the same thing to me. And until this day, I haven't gotten the justice. I have not gotten the justice that I deserve. And I did not have the strength to fight for myself. So today, I'm fighting for someone who I can see myself in, because I am no different. I can say I don't have bipolar. I can say I have never been a billionaire. and you can say you understand, what it is like to be him. But if you're going to say you understand or you know what it is like to be in Yeshu, ask yourself that question again. And I'm going to ask you, do you really think you know what it is like to be like him? Have you fought for your success? Have you walked the straight and narrow path and have achieved a billionaire status only to have someone who have committed crimes similar or worse than what you have done take it all away from you because you were at a broken point in your life? And that man has the power to write to media outlets and say all businesses should cut ties with this man. And we're talking about Ari Emanuel, yes, knowing that Ari Emanuel committed far worse crimes than what Ye has committed, but because of Ye's skin color, he is not allowed to get away with it. Do you know what it's like to be like that? No, because only one person we have witnessed this happening to, and this is Ye. If you haven't earned a billionaire status, and if you haven't had one man taking that away from you and still attacking you until this day repeatedly, you have absolutely no idea what it is to be like you. You cannot even imagine. You can say you can imagine. You cannot even imagine. Trust me in that. And you will realize that, you can understand, but I promise you, you don't want to even imagine what it is like to be like him, to be chased out of the country that you were born in. Chances are your ancestors were born in, and you were chased out by a group of people that wasn't born there. Do you have any idea how that feels? No, you don't. And as such, I believe that it is time for you to rise up, start telling his story, start talking about his experience, start talking about how he's feeling, start talking about how he's coping, because I know that a lot of things have happened to him that the world is still not aware of. Just as how Adidas was able to illegally freeze his bank account and a court document was completely hidden. His legal rights was taken away from him, and it is still being taken away from him today as we speak. We have a man that is being trapped and being enslaved because he's being treated like a slave, and people are not even focusing or realizing to see that this man is being lynched right in front of our eyes. And if we allow this to happen, and if we continue to allow this to happen, then what we're going to allow to happen is an area of opportunity for it to be done in mass numbers. But at the same time, I have to say, I'm happy that the Black community in America is the way it is, because that's the only thing I believe is keeping him alive. I believe that if the Black community in America or the Black community worldwide isn't rebellious as we are, they would have done far worse to him. But because they know that if they hurt this man, the world will be done and over, they haven't done it as yet. But what are they doing? They are spinning this clone theory, hoping that a mass of people will come out and burn him on a stake. If you guys remember the story of the witches in Salem, Oregon, women and men were burned on a stake because they were able to use simple household remedy to cure illnesses. The clone theory has been created to bring back that type of situation, because if they cannot get rid of an individual one way, they're going to try to create other ways of weighing on people's impression that you are evil, you're dark, you're not a human being, and as such, they can burn you on a stake, and they should not feel guilty about it because you're not a human being, you're not of God. You were not conceived by a man and a woman. You were bred in a lab. It is time for people to really stop being stupid, stop being naive, stop being easily brainwashed, stop being led astray, stop allowing yourselves to be programmed like you're robots when you're not. Think for yourselves, think freely, and emancipate yourselves from mental slavery, because when someone is able to convince you that a human being is a clone, and scientists can actually create a full human-sized clone with and transfer another person's intelligence into that clone, it means that you all who believe that theory are nothing but slaves who are trapped mentally. And as such, I believe that it is time for you to step out, stand out, step forward, tell his story from his perspective, his views, his experience, and he needs to do so unapologetically, because everyone is doing what they want to do upon the face of this planet. Everyone is talking about him unapologetically, and I believe that it is full time for him to go at war, because at this point, peace is not going to give him peace. Sometimes in order for you to get peace, you have to go to war. And when I say go to war, I'm not talking about bloodshed. I'm not talking about knife, weapons and all of that. I'm talking about fighting the good fight, using all digital platforms available. Tell your story, use your voice, let your voice be heard so that people know what you've been going through and what you've experienced. And people who think that you're not a human being can actually reconnect to their senses and wake up to realize that you're an actual person with actual feelings. And that's all I have to say about that. Let me know what are your thoughts, and see you all next time. Bye, guys.